Floyd, Wallace, and Lane Myers disrupt crowdsource market. With goose eggs dominating the crowdsourcing market for the third straight day, we turn our attention to the continued weirdness surrounding Lane Myers' GiveSendGo account, as another donation refuses to appear in his tally. Myers' GiveSendGo account has been a disruptor all year, as $200 mysteriously disappeared from its total in early December, putting the YouTuber at a negative balance for the year. While he's still receiving donations, he's made back roughly $195 for the year, still down $5 from what he started the year with. In the current drama, a donation was made one day ago of $20. However, the donation has yet to show up in the amount raised by the campaign. That tally remains at $2,664 and has been stuck at that number since a donation on February 4th, 2025. We're fairly new in covering GiveSendGo, with the only other campaign we follow being the Angry Vet Scars campaign, which rarely gets donations. We're not sure if this is some sort of bug in their system or if the donation was withdrawn, as previous donations reflected in the tally of the campaign same day. As a policy, we won't record the donation until it appears in the overall tally of the campaign, as even though it says he received a donation, there's nothing to update as the tally remains the same. When it goes in, we'll more than likely reward Myers the win for the day, as the market is currently in a deep freeze. Myers also recently updated his GiveSendGo page with an update. Update: the criminal charges in Tucson have been dismissed. Lane is appealing the charges that were dismissed without prejudice to have them dismissed with prejudice. Lane is also appealing the injunction against harassment, affirmed by Judge Griffin, to the Arizona Court of Appeals. Lane has also filed notices of claim for civil claims related to the booing charges, the O'Reilly's charges, and the injunction from U of A. Lane continues to fight the criminal charges in New Mexico. Lane had representation in the criminal case, but had to fire his lawyers because he disagreed with their approach to the case and their legal arguments. Therefore, he is now representing himself. Trial is scheduled for March 28, 2025 in Los Alamos, New Mexico, a 10-hour drive from Tucson. Lane is hoping to have the cases dismissed on motions, but if he has to go to trial, will have to pay transportation and lodging costs for at least 3 days in Los Alamos. The prosecutor continues to prosecute the case despite the lack of evidence, because Lane has filed a notice of claim for civil torts against the New Mexico State Police. In other crowdsourcing news, YouTuber Floyd Wallace has finally shut down his Thailand or Philippines tour GoFundMe campaign. The campaign itself was stuck at $410 and had not seen a donation in over a year. The campaign is no longer accepting donations and reads, "The organizer has currently disabled new donations to this fundraiser." Wallace is expected to return to the United States this week in preparation for his hearing in Norman, Oklahoma on February 18, 2025. The hearing is listed as plea and sentencing for a 2023 arrest for obstructing an officer. The YouTuber has said he was going to take a plea deal, after delaying the trial multiple times to go on sex tours of South America, and would see jail time as part of the plea deal. Wallace also still owes $80, with $20 set as overdue, for his probation fees related to a plea deal he received from a single charge of resist arrest, search, or transport last year. Wallace received 6 months of probation and $787 in fees for the incident. Even though he had the money, he refused to pay both his probation fees and his fines from the arrest before re-embarking on his South American sex tours. His $787 in fines would eventually be paid through donations from his fans as he made the payment link and log into the payment site public. Payment documentation is attached to text-only version of this report. However, he was $80 short of paying his probation fees before his fans refused to provide him with further payments.
Journalism is not free. Both ReallyCoolSite.org's daily newspaper and our daily newscasts are funded by your continuing donations and what we make from our YouTube AdSense revenue each month. If you'd like to contribute to help us keep the lights on, eating, keeping the cats fed, and writing new stories to feature on both the newspaper and newscast each day, we do have a GoFundMe set up at the address on screen right now. If you can't afford to contribute, please watch the advertisements on our videos, like, share, subscribe, and comment. You can help by doing next to nothing, and we thank you in advance for pitching in.